we're back. Yes, we are finally back. Look, I know that we have been doing these movie previews for a little while now, but they just haven't really felt the same. I've been doing them pretty much on my own, and then I had two guests, with me to talk about a select amount of movies, but it just didn't really feel the same. So we're finally bringing it back to the original format, mainly because I think we're at a time now where things aren't going to get delayed as often. There are some legitimately really big releases coming out starting this month. So I think this is a good time to finally get back into the regular structure of the movie preview. And what better way to do that than to have the two guests on with me that were originally here beforehand. They were originally here when I did the last regular movie preview. I figured I might as well bring them both back here. You guys know both of them, but first of all, he just got out of work and he still graciously agreed to do this. Here he is, Auburn Wanderer.
Yo, guys. What's up? Yo, guys. Yeah. Yo, we're fucking back.
We are.
Fuck you.
We are, in fact, back. And someone here, he's been with me for basically every single one of these sort of movie previews, but not really that we've been doing.
That. Oh my God, that's horrible.
I know.
Here he is, Jackson Fulcher.
Hey. How's it going, everyone? Weekly Planet represent.
Yes.
It's a podcast I watch. We're doing this again. It's been how long since the last regular one? A year and a month?
March?
That's about right. Yeah, or sure, yeah. Crazy, man.
What's funny is some of those movies that we talked about, we're talking about in this.
I also recognize the irony in that. Yeah, let's do this. Buckle up, buckaroo.
Yes. Now, I didn't mention this before. I neglected to, but I'm going to mention it right now. This format is going to be very different from what we've normally done, mainly because of like StreamYard and things like that. They give us the capability to do things that I was not able to do beforehand, like say share the trailers through StreamYard. I don't have to do any editing. It's completely live and things like that. So you get to see Jackson being an idiot and making fun of me and all this shit. And you get to see Caden go on his tangents, and it's completely unedited. There's nothing that you will not see here. So we're just getting into right now, though. So there are a lot of movies to talk about, but we're going to start off with this first one on May 1st. It's a film that I believe was at a couple film festivals, but it's finally coming out, and it's, of course, 4 Good Days.
Tired of what we've been through. I'm scared for you whenever she's around.
Who was that? If I wasn't a junkie.
Yo, bro, can we talk during the trailers?
Whenever I've decided to re-engage with her, I've always done it with my eyes wide open.
So you feel like you've run out of hope.
Please, I can't do this. Yes, you can.
You wanna give up.
Mom, how is she? She sits around smoking, and I walking like a hawk and pretending that I'm not.
Try muting me.
One day down. 3 more to go.
When you think.
Damn, that's rough.
All right. So
Yo, I didn't even watch the trailer. Oh. You're welcome.
All right, so 4 Good Days. This is a film that definitely piqued my interest immediately, not just because of the premise alone, but also because of who's in it. You do have Glenn Close, who regularly does films like this, but then you have Mila Kunis, who's diving into something far more serious than she normally does, and I think it looks pretty good. I think the premise alone of just these two people that are addicts, and you see that she is trying to stay clean and she's doing everything she can, but it's really tough for her to do so. And then Glenn Close is like kind of looking after her, making sure that she stays on the right path. And it seems like it could be a really powerful film for sure. Glenn Close and Mila Kunis both seem like they work very well together. And I just hope in general that, especially for Mila Kunis' sake, that this is a much better film overall than what she normally does. I feel like the majority of the films that she's done lately just really have not been up to par. So I really hope this film does turn out to be something special, but we will have to see, of course, what happens. But Caden, what do you think about this one?
I've never heard of this movie.
Is that the end of your sentence?
Yeah, I literally know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Look, when I first heard about this, well, first it's good to see Glenn Close making Hillbillyology too. That's really cool. But when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, Mila, because I was really just looking at it because like I was, in a rut. Or not? No, I was looking at Mila Kunis's rut. That's what it is, as far as her career goes. Like, I hope that she has something good coming out. I saw this, and I was like, okay, this sounds promising. And then this trailer comes out, and I'm like, looks a little Lifetimey, looks a little melodramatic. I can't tell if the makeup on her face is good or not. But it could be one of those things where it's just a poorly edited trailer, and then everything works in the movie. But as far as how they're advertising it, it just seems like everyone's going to have like their Oscar award scene, which is, that's cool, but will it be actually good or, excuse me, that's the monster. Will it be actually good or engaging? I don't know yet. It's just one of those trailers where you can't really tell, but maybe I'm hoping for the best because I do like Mila Kunis a lot, but if this is bad, I shouldn't be surprised because that's been her entire career lately.
Yeah, she really has not been on a good trajectory. Also, Jackson's skipping ahead a few movies to the monster, which we will talk about a little bit later.
No, I meant my Monster Energy drink, damn it.
I am trying to keep things relevant, okay?
Well, it wasn't very relevant. Or funny.
Anyway, if you are looking forward to 4 Good Days, it does come out on May 1st. Hopefully it turns out to be really good, but we will, of course, have to see. But the next film we will be talking about, finally, because we're back in the regular movie preview, I'm not the one introducing every fucking movie, which you don't understand how hard that is to really edit. So I'm glad that I don't have to do that anymore. And Kane's going to introduce the next movie, which, by the way, no, you cannot talk during the trailers because they can hear it on the stream. They can hear it on the stream when you do that.
I know!
And it was talking about Wrath of Man.
Portico security specialized in cash trucks across LA.
Do you have any idea how dangerous this job can be?
Some idea, yeah. We ain't the predators. We're the prey.
You ready?
Ready.
This is your temporary sidearm.
What happens if we're pulling pistols in a machine gun fight?
Do you have a problem?
I don't know. Do I?
It's a 10 grand drop. You should have been back 5 minutes ago.
They're serious!
Leave this to me.
Get in the truck next time.
Sorry, pal.
That's what I'm doing now. If you're going to talk during the show, that's how we're doing this. You're going to break your microphone. Jesus.
Anyways, now Wrath of Man, I do know what this film is.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Oh, all right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, no, it's me that's talking.
Come on!
Yeah, I think this looks all right. It's another Guy Ritchie film, and for the most part, also, yes, very much this Meadowland fan, very much this. Also, all right, so getting into Wrath of Man, this, of course, is the next film from Guy Ritchie, coming off the heels of The Gentleman, and it looks okay. I will say, if I didn't know this was a Guy Ritchie film, I really wouldn't be able to tell. It does not seem like it has the normal amount of snark and like fun that a lot of his films normally have. It just kind of looks like a regular Jason Statham film. And Jason Statham's a good actor, but he puts himself in a lot of like mediocre action movies. And it seems like that's what this is really going to be. It's about this guy. He's like on the hunt for the people behind his son's murder. And like, we've seen this like 1,000 times before. You got an all right cast here with like Holt McClaney and Jeffrey Donovan and Scott Eastwood, but I don't know. This is just isn't really grabbing me in the way that I really wanted to. So not really all that excited for this one. Kind of sucks that this is really like the first big release of the summer. I wish it was something a little bit more interesting and a little more eventful, but we'll have to see how it turns out. But I'm not really that excited.
Yeah, when I saw Guy Ritchie's name show up, I was honestly kind of surprised because it definitely doesn't seem like, at least like The Gentleman Guy Ritchie, which I thought he was going to stick more to that with his other films, which, he doesn't have to, but this, more than that, it just seems like trailer-wise, it seems like the regular run-of-the-mill action thriller that comes to DVD or like a streaming service now. But it doesn't look too bad. I think this could potentially be really fun and really at least interesting because of Jason Statham's involvement. I think he's a fun actor, but I would not be surprised if this ends up in the more like meh kind of side of things. And it's really just because of Scott Eastwood. I didn't know he was in it, honestly, until you said he was in it. And now I'm thinking, well, I don't know, because I'm not a big fan of the films he chooses. So we'll see. But it's good
Except
to see.
for Fate of the Furious. He's good in that one. That's it.
No, he's not. He is not. I'm sorry. He's not. But it's good to see Holt McLeod from Mindhunter again. Great to see you when you're not in the Justice League movie. Yay! I'm so glad I'm done talking and not introducing the next film.
Here today, not here today,
Wow.
Wrath of Man, if you are looking forward to it, it does come out on May 7th. Hoping it turns out pretty good, but we'll really just have to see. But as Jackson did foreshadow, he is introducing the next film, so go right ahead.
Well, the next film stars people here yesterday. Today.
I'm a comedy writer.
All right, guys, very funny stuff.
I also write for Broadway and movies. Why is your face suddenly bigger than it was before? Oh my God, are you allergic to seafood?
Oh,
She doesn't have insurance and she really shouldn't be leaving here by herself.
Your daughter is going to be fine.
Why did you tell the doctor that I was your father?
I was a little loopy by then.
Are you doing anything right now?
No.
Want to have some laughs?
Come on, Queen, smile, girl, smile.
Marilyn Monroe from the 7-Year Itch.
I'd be at you too if I had hot subway air blowing up my ass.
Wow. 3 screens, one at a time. When I saw
it wasn't as fast enough this time.
I saw the poster and I was like, I saw like the first 5 seconds in ads and I was like, ugh, I can't wait to click off this. And then you forced me to watch this trailer because of this movie preview. And I'm like, fuck, here we go. But, I was surprised.
It came out a few days before. We love that.
Shut up. Okay. But I was surprised in the sense that it looks a little more heartfelt than I was expecting. I didn't know Billy Crystal directed the movie, which is fun. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm not sure if it'll be like this. I'm not sure if it'll be like, whoa, his directing is like off the charts. But if it's like a, good movie, then, that's great on his part. It'll be exciting to see what else he could do now that he's stepping behind the camera. He looks good in it. Tiffany Haddish, so far from what they've showed, looks like she's going to have good chemistry with him. She looks fun in this. But like I said, also, it looks like it'll have some heart too. I wouldn't say it looks like it's trying to do anything, annoyingly funny or like they'll try to insert jokes in the trailers that are like, that doesn't paint a good picture for this. They got some solid jokes. Like maybe they're not hysterical, but they're like, it's not annoying and it's fine. But I think what will win this movie over at the end of the day is the heart that I think they're advertising really well. So I'm actually kind of interested in it. This one, I think out of all of the trailers, at least for the more independent releases, it looks a little better than just your average bargain bin rom-com or comedy drama. So that's neat.
Yeah, I have to agree. I wasn't really expecting much from it either, but I actually think this looks pretty good. It kind of reminds me a bit, and obviously this is a different movie, but it's kind of like for Tiffany Haddish what The Upside was for Kevin Hart, where it's like it is a comedy, but it has more of a heartfelt feel to it. It kind of reminds me of that, and I do agree that Billy Crystal and Tiffany Haddish seem like they're going to work really well together. I really just like the premise of this one overall, where you have two people and, they form this really unlikely friendship friendship of sorts. That seems like it could be something really fun, and it seems like it could definitely, you know, end up being a very effective film for sure. And in general, I'm definitely more excited for this than I was expecting. I think Billy Crystal's directing looks really good here. So yeah, I'm surprisingly looking forward to this one. I think it actually looks pretty good. Caden, anything?
No.
All right, so
perfect. This is great.
If you are looking forward to here today, it does come out on May 7th. Hoping this one turns out to be pretty good for sure. Now, this next film, I don't know if I can really say that for it all. It's a more smaller release. It's not really one that I think a lot of people know about. This is not me doing that horrible joke. This actually is a small release, and it is Above Suspicion.
Agent Putnam.
This is my wife, Kathy.
Welcome to our FBI outpost.
Meet me in the park about 7 a.m.
Why would I do that?
Keep your husband out of prison. You're the key to everything I want to do here. Help me bring down this bank robber. Send you and your kids to a new state somewhere. Give you a decent job.
Open up, FBI! Come out with your hands up. Freeze!
So Above Suspicion, what I can say about this film is that I will say right off the bat, I think Emilia Clarke looks really good here. It seems like she is going to give a pretty good performance. You know, she's hiding her accent well and things like that. So I think that is impressive. Everything else about this movie, though, no, this looks really fucking boring. Right off the bat, I mean, the cinematography here is so fucking bland and like gray and just really unappealing to look at, and just not something that I, as a viewer, am probably going to want to watch. So I feel like that's going to take me out of the movie real quick for sure. And then you also look into the plot of this movie, and it's like we've seen this a lot, where it's like this woman who she's gone through a lot of like crime and drugs and things like that, and she's trying to escape it as much as she can. And then she, you know, basically she finds out that there's this like FBI agent that's like recruiting her as an informant, and she sees that as an opportunity to like maybe turn her life around, but it just doesn't really look like anything that's special to me. Like I said, I feel like we've seen this premise before, so I just can't really get excited for this one. Caden is not here right now, so Jackson, what are your thoughts on this film?
Honestly, I don't know what to think of it, because I think the premise, like when the trailer starts off, it's like, what is this? And then as it goes on, it's like, okay, I can see what they were trying to go for with the story. Yeah. I think Emilia Clarke is a terrific actress. I think she's wonderful. Yes. I think she'll do good in this. But I'm kind of stepping back and I'm looking at it as like overall, and it looked like the filmmaking just wasn't as strong as it maybe should be. I think that's the one thing that's maybe making, because the premise is like, okay, we've seen versions of this before, but in this case, it could be interesting because they're playing it a little different. You got new actors in here. Sure, let's see what they can do. But I think the film, like, it looks a little too blue in certain parts, if you know what I mean. And you know, just that there's other parts where it looked like the filmmaking was kind of like, this looks like one of those like generic kind of thriller movies that you would get in the bottom of the bargain bin, but it just so happened to wrangle in Daenerys Targaryen. Is that her name? I don't know.
Yes.
I do know, but I was second guessing. And, you know, Johnny Knoxville from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's doing in this.
Yeah, and I'm not against Johnny Knoxville in anything. No. It's just I would like for him to be good. It's just, you know, it's usually not maybe the best of signs, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not dreading this, but it's not one I'm immediately searching for. It's just one of those, like, I don't know. It literally could go either way. So yeah.
And the blue cinematography, it kind of reminds me of like that Saving Zoe movie that we watched with like
Saving Zoe was great.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was a very weird episode of Austin and Ally. I don't know what was going on there.
No, it was great. It was great.
Anyways, now I guess we wait for Caden now, because he's got to introduce the next movie.
What's the next movie?
Well, we'll wait till he gets
here.
Well,
you just introduced. Oh, I was hoping you would say it, and then we would just move on with the The movie preview. Oh, I see. Want to be Mr. Formal?
But honestly, it's fine because it gives me time to upload more of these trailers into the yard stream.
Wait, what? You're not done yet?
I gotta go like one by one. You can't like. I was trying to do it all at once and it wasn't letting me.
Are you?
I'm literally doing it as we go along.
Why?
I have them all edited. I just need to put them into StreamYard.
You are not prepared.
No, I am. I am.
No, you're not.
I'm just doing it, you know.
You are not prepared. I'm calling the cops.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Officer Miles Morales' dad. I need you. What's his dad's name? Brian Tyree Henry. Let's get him
I forgot. Aaron, Uncle Aaron. That was it.
No, that's Mahershala Ali's character.
Oh, I don't remember.
What the?
A-Cab. That's his name.
What?
A-Cab.
Oh, I see what you did. It was Jefferson Davis. His name's Jefferson Davis, but it's Brian Tyree Henry. So
yeah.
Whatever. Shut up. Just shut up.
Where's Caden?
Where did you put him?
I don't know. He said he's coming back.
Well, then maybe we should talk about something else till he gets here.
All right. How's everyone doing? You like this format so far? We're testing the waters, seeing how it works. I think it's pretty good. The Waters, yeah.
What Waters?
Water.
John
like,
Waters?
Freedom Choice Spring Water.
The hell?
This video is sponsored by that, apparently.
You better not say that. They'll sue you. We don't want to be associated with you, Flake.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, crap. My monster can.
Black Widow is coming out in July, Henry.
Yeah, it's coming out now, actually. We better talk about it. So Black Widow is the next installment of the MCU. It's Wow.
You'll be on the July one. You'll get to talk about it.
No, I won't. I will not be there. I'm not going to be on any other movie preview. This is it.
Oh, this is it?
This is the end. This is the end of our relationship. Actually, we will no longer be friends.
Mm. Yeah. No, that's not happening, Henry.
Yes.
I hope not.
All right. Cats 2 is directed by Toby Hooper. Once again, it's got a brand new cast, brand new animators because he pissed off the last ones. It's fine.
Oh my God. No.
This is another film where 2 of the comedic actors in it will go to the Oscars dressed up as their cat characters.
Yeah.
Remember when James Corden and Rebel Wilson did that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was so cringy.
No, it was hilarious.
It was horrible.
No, it was hilarious.
That was an otherwise good Oscars, but that was not it.
No, that was it. I laughed. Because even though they insist on being in shitty movies all the time, they're self-aware to acknowledge that this one was shit.
Yeah.
How hilarious. That's so funny.
Well, I didn't get to it till now because it wasn't relevant.
Oh, you piece of shit. Hey, Kevin, you still gonna leave this unedited, you dumb fuck?
What?
You still gonna leave this unedited, you dumbass?
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was a bad idea, Flake. I'm thinking you didn't think that through. I don't think you thought that through.
I mean, I'm trying to spare myself with all this editing, and I'm also trying to spare you with having to wait forever for me to upload it. So I thought it was
Wow.
a good idea.
Well, now it's not.
I mean, like,
it's not irrelevant. You're right, Henry. It's not irrelevant. It's so
not.
good.
No,
it's so infused in our popular culture. It's amazing. It's my favorite.
It
movie
wasn't relevant. What we were currently discussing is what I meant.
It's always relevant. It's always relevant. It was my favorite movie of 2019. Toby Hooper is a great director. I love him. He was definitely not cruel to the animators. He was perfectly nice, perfect gentleman, great
you mean
guy.
Tom Hooper?
Whatever. I don't know.
Toby Hooper directs the Saw movies.
What?
Tobe Hooper directs the Saw movies.
I don't know anymore. Okay. You know what? Yeah, he directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
honestly, no. You know what? That makes more sense. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy doing Cats. That makes more sense.
I mean, yeah,
I would like
a
to see that. Come on, Toby Hooper. Come out of retirement. If he's in retirement, I don't know if he is.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay, fine. Tom Hooper. What an asshole, right?
Yeah, Tom Hooper.
I know a lot about visual effects. Oh, wait, no, I don't. Oh, cats. We don't need any motion capture. Oh wait, we did. Oh crap.
No, yeah, he did. He did direct that.
Quote unquote, because it was probably Spielberg.
Yeah, it was really Spielberg. It was Toby Hooper is not a real person. It's just been Spielberg all along.
He used an actual director as a pseudonym. Amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't someone like actually say, like, someone on set recently was like, yeah, it was mostly Spielberg doing that.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. Come on, Toby Hooper. Remake Poltergeist yourself. You got it. He can handle it.
Oh yeah.
Bust out the same exact.
I married Lionsgate. How do you marry a studio?
With a Shotgun Wedding. Shotgun Wedding is a new Lionsgate movie coming out next year, starring Josh Duhamel as Armie Hammer.
Oh no!
Josh
it's
Duhamel.
still like it's still a thing. It hasn't been canceled.
Well, no, they just replaced Armie Hammer with Josh Duhamel. That's how they're shooting the movie. They're shotgunning the Shotgun Wedding movie.
No,
they got it. They figured it out. It's Disney that has to think about Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Which allegedly is gonna come out
in 2022, so they got a couple months.
Yeah.
Come on, Disney.
I saw people being like, "Oh, well, you know, people will forget about it." And it's like, no, we don't want people to forget about it.
Well, no, as soon as he comes back on the scene, it's gonna be like, "Hey, aren't you involved with them rape accusations?" And it's like, "Oh, back on the chopping block. I'm never coming back."
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like the West Side Story trailer tomorrow, unfortunately.
Ansel? Well, he put up an Instagram post. It's fine.
Cancel Ansel.
Ew, that was bad. Don't say that again.
It rhymes. Cancel Ansel.
You suck.
Hashtag cancel Ansel. Get it trending.
You're gonna have to stop. I'm laughing. That's my impersonation of you, Flake. You're a real asshole.
That is not what I sound like.
You do sound like that, actually.
Waiting for Caden.
We know. We've been waiting.
We are waiting.
Okay, we know. Well, we made it 4 movies in like 27 minutes. Oh God. 22 more, right? I don't know. God damn. Yeah. Oh my God. To be fair, I haven't counted the time that we've been waiting for Caden, so. But still, oh my God.
It's only been like a few minutes.
Shut up.
We'll give him a few more minutes and then we'll just go ahead.
That's it. I'm going to write to my ex real quick.
You have an ex?
Well, she doesn't know we're exes, but
since when?
She doesn't know we were a thing either, but it's fine.
Oh, okay. It's
like she didn't know we were a thing, and then she got engaged as I saw on her Facebook page. So now we're exes. So it's
okay.
Yeah, this is like
that makes sense.
This is like a couple hours ago. I'm not sour at all. Anyways, you dumb, dirty skank bitch. That's my Facebook message to her. Real quick, hold on. How dare you cheat on me? I have been obsessed with. Stalking you, in love with you since 2016. Perfect. I think this message is going pretty good. I think she's going to hear me out, and we're going to be not exes anymore. This is great. I'm just going to call off your engagement, bro. Dudette. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Referencing things no one knows about. See, you're gonna have to cut all this out. Oh wait, it's live. Look what you did.
Once it's live, it's live.
Shut up, Mr. Hollywood Whiz. Proceeds to stretch out my Facebook picture to make it look like I'm a fucking stubby boy.
It was not stretched out.
It was stretched out. You kidding me?
Oh, is that the first time you've seen that intro?
Probably in a while, yeah. Asshole.
I use it for every single one.
You're a real dick.
All right. Well, I don't know what the status of Caden is right now, so I think we should just move forward.
Wow, it took you 10 minutes to figure this out.
Anyway,
Wow.
Henry already mentioned the next movie in the chat, so
Which one? Oh, there. Yeah, he'll introduce it. There you go.
What do you want to do with your life, Frankie?
I don't know.
All right, what kind of stuff you want to make? I think you got potential. I want to make a next picture.
Really?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, right now. Yo, what's up? Thanks for checking out this video.
My little niece worships these guys who do and say nothing
Yo, why is my existence so lit?
and promote a lifestyle of doing and saying nothing.
Hashtag swimming pool, hashtag cocktail, hashtag this pineapple life. You can't be following me. Like, I'm no one special, man.
Holy.
all right. So Caden probably is not going to say much because he hasn't seen this trailer anyway. So I'll just go ahead. Mainstream, I think this looks really interesting. It's a very different concept where you have these people that are watching this guy that is like a big like influencer on YouTube and things like that. And basically she starts making videos with him, and you start to see how, you know, she starts to see like the negative side of like the internet and things like that. And she starts to realize like how much this guy is really contradicting himself. So I think there's a lot that they can really do with this. I hope it turns out to be really good. I think there's a lot of potential behind this film. You got a good cast here too, and Andrew Garfield, Maya Hawke, Nat Wolff, Jason Schwartzman. Ironically, Johnny Knoxville again, even though we just talked about him in the other movie, he's also in this. But I definitely am hopeful for this film. I think it looks really interesting. I hope it turns out well. I think a film like this is definitely something that could be really interesting for a lot of people who have maybe looked up to certain YouTubers and things like that, and then kind of get to pull back the curtain at like who they really are. So I'm definitely excited for this one. I've heard good things about the director as well. I haven't seen the movies that she's done, but I've heard mostly good things about them. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, first and foremost, Andrew Garfield playing Jake Paul, essentially Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
Yeah.
They're interchangeable. You know, he's going all out, and honestly, he looks fucking great in it.
Yeah.
Like I would totally buy him. Like if I didn't know who he was and I was just watching a clip from this trailer, I was like, oh, it's one of these YouTube assholes. I wouldn't even factor in that this must be a movie or something.
Yeah.
And I think it seems like a good premise. I like the idea behind it. But then the trailer cuts to Jake Paul actually, like he's actually there. And I know there's a couple other people that were on YouTube that were in the trailer, but I saw him and I was like, why you gotta dirty up your movie with this man? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what point of the plot that part of the trailer is focusing on. But maybe just like don't, you know what I mean? Who needs to give attention to that guy? So I'm wondering, it made me start to question, like, are the intentions behind this movie, what are they essentially? Is it going to try to like, inform people like, hey, these people, you know, some of them aren't role models. A lot of them are like profiting off of like your immaturity or the fact that you are very young, or are they kind of like just like, hey, Jake Paul's not so bad, it's just Andrew Garfield, or Jake Paul may have his problems, but Andrew Garfield is worse, or something. I don't know what the intentions are. It just seems, I don't know. It made me start to question it. So I'm kind of like, I'm hoping for this movie to be good. I hope that it has the right intentions behind it, but I'm curious to see how it plays out, because I haven't looked into it too much, but when I saw it on IMDb, the Metacritic thing was like in the red, so I was like, ooh, ruh-roh.
Yeah.
I haven't looked on Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that, but that was the one thing I saw, and I was like, oh, that, who knows what that's in response to. So we'll see, but Andrew Garfield will probably kill it. And my Hawk, it's cool to see her in something else.
How this one turns out. But if you guys are looking forward to mainstream, oh, he's back. Good. You're back.
Hi, are y'all going?
What?
Did y'all keep going?
We only did one other film, mainly because it's one that I think you haven't seen, so like a trailer for.
Wow. Well, y'all kind of okay, what's up?
What?
What's up, bitches?
But if you are looking forward to mainstream, it does come out on May 7th. Do you have anything to say about mainstream, or have you even heard of this movie?
What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Andrew Garfield plays Jake Paul, essentially.
Oh, yeah. I've actually seen the TV spot for this. Yeah, looks all right.
All right. All right, good. You had something to say about that.
Thank you for reminding me, Jackson.
No problem.
Yes. But it is coming out on May 7th, so definitely look forward to it. Now, the next movie we're talking about is another one that I don't think a lot of people have heard of, but I'm surprised that more people haven't been talking about this one, considering who's behind it. But Jackson is going to introduce this one.
Oh, God, is this what I think it is? David Oyelowo's The Water Boy. Waterman.
This town is weird.
It's just different here than what we're used to.
Yeah, real different.
I know this move's been hard for you. It's been hard for your dad, too. He's just stressed about me.
Yo, is that Ahsoka Tano?
I always thought the Waterman was just something grown-ups told kids to keep him from sneaking off into the woods. No one knows where to find him. No one except me.
The note I saw in this book says that he's immortal. I need to know more about it.
Got any money?
Yes, but I'm still gonna need money to buy supplies.
Supplies for what?
I'm going to find the Waterman.
Come into my office.
Wow, The Waterman. It's a feature debut, right? Or from David Oyelowo, I believe it's his first.
I think so. Yeah, movie. I'm pretty sure.
It looks. I think it's the trailer editing is what's kind of throwing me off. Because a lot of it's like I'm not sure why it's edited this way. I think it might be more in line with something like what's that movie? I Fight Giants, something, or I Kill Giants.
Oh yeah, I Kill Giants. I love that movie.
I'm thinking it might be in line with that movie as far as like tone and like the actual plot. So, or maybe not. I don't know. But the way it's the way the trailer is edited just seems, I don't know, it throws me off. But I think there's potential here. It looks like it could be fun. Some of the shots that there, like some of the cinematography later on in the trailer looks pretty good. It seems interesting. But we'll see. It really is one of those, like, I'll just have to wait and see the movie. I can't really make a clear judgment right now, but
yeah, I don't know about this one. I think there's definitely some interesting ideas behind it. It seems like the main kid, Lonnie Chavez, seems like he's going to give a good performance here. I think that the overall concept isn't a bad one, where like he wants to save his mother who's ill and things like that, and you know, he feels like this mysterious figure is gonna it's gonna possess the secret to immortality. But I feel like it's also sort of like something we've seen before, where it's like he is using a fantasy as a way to cope with reality. We've seen that concept definitely before, and I will agree the editing to this trailer was really weird. There's some points where they make it look like a horror film, and I don't think that's at all what they're trying to go for. So we'll really have to see the way this film turns out. I'm not that excited for it, but I'm not trying it either. I hope it's a good directorial debut from David Oyelowo. Obviously, he's a very talented actor, but will he be able to make the jump to directing? That remains to be seen. We'll just really have to see how this goes. But I am hoping that this turns out well, but we'll see. Caden, anything?
I like David Oyelowo, but I don't know what this is.
All right, so if you're looking forward to The Waterman, it does come out. Yes, it does come out on May 7th. I guess look forward to it. Also coming out on May 7th, though, is a film that I actually am kind of excited for. It's one that I don't think a lot of people know about, and that is Paper Spiders.
Mama, please don't ask him a million questions.
Oh, come on now. Give me some credit.
Hey! Hi.
Does anyone call you Danny?
Not
Where are your parents from?
You don't have to answer. She's always been quirky.
I can't help it. I'm inquisitive.
Maybe a little neurotic.
It's loaded with saturated fats. They clog your arteries.
Oh. Bet nothing like this.
What are you doing?
Shh, shh, shh. The neighbor threw a rock at me. What? Yeah. I was doing laundry. I heard a bang.
So Paper Spiders, this is one that I actually am quite looking forward to. I really didn't know too much of what it is, but the premise especially is one that I definitely am very interested in, where, you know, we have this mother and daughter, and she's trying to cope with the fact that her mother clearly has some sort of mental illness. We're not entirely sure what it is, but she has these delusions, and they're really starting to become an issue, and she's trying to figure out how to really help her out. And it seems seems like it could be a really effective film if handled well. I think Stefania Levy Owen seems like she's going to give a really strong performance here for sure. And same with Lily Taylor, who is pretty much great in everything. I haven't really seen a lot of things that she hasn't given it, at least, hasn't given it 100% in. So I'm definitely very excited to see how this film does turn out. Yes, we've seen films like this before, but it seems like this film is going to handle its subject matter really well. So I hope this turns out to be a really effective film if handled well. It's one, like I said, I didn't really know all that much about, but watching the trailer, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Who's next?
Caden.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what movie we're talking about.
Awesome. All right. I thought the trailer was going to go in a different way. I thought it was going to turn like psychological thriller, but instead it seems more like a drama, which is like, okay, either way, like I'm into like the idea here. Seems like it's going to have some pretty good acting. It might even be suspenseful too, because there's that one shot of like the girl looking up and she sees something on the roof in the trailer. And I'm like, oh, is this like, she like maybe the mom is onto something, or she's maybe because she's around it so much, she's starting to like mentally she's warped in that mindset too, or something like that. I don't know. But it looked interesting to say the least. On the other hand, watching the trailer, it did strike me as one of those movies where they have enough material, to market it well, but then
it's the monster again. But
then, like, they have enough material to market it well, but it could be one of those movies that is actually kind of boring, or kind of like, a brain on fire, if you will, starring Chloe and Moritz. So we'll see. I definitely think this has potential, though. So yeah.
Yeah, so Paper Spiders, if you are looking forward to it, it does come out on May 7th. Now, the next movie we're talking about, oddly enough, is also paper-related. A very different movie, but it is another film with that has the word paper in it, and Caden here is going to introduce it.
Paper Spider. Wait. Oh, no, Paper Tiger. Paper Tiger. Yeah, Paper Tigers.
Yeah, that's it.
Dad.
Yeah, buddy.
Do you know any kung fu?
I'm retired.
What was the old guy?
That was our teacher. Called him Sifu.
You didn't hear? Safe was dead. Something's not right. There was no heart attack.
Do you think the poison fingers is real?
Yeah, 教授，乜嘢都清楚。
Okay, just say it in English.
Just say it in English, man.
Anything? All right, I guess not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, yeah, fair.
Yeah, Paper Tigers. Look, I've heard some pretty good things about this movie. I've heard it has some good reception behind it, but this trailer did not do it for me at all. I do not think this really looks all that great. I think the premise isn't a bad one, where you have these three men that are bonded through like kung fu and things like that, and this is like they're like washed
I'm sorry,
up.
did you say kung fu? Did you say kung fu?
Shut up. Basically they're middle-aged and like they're like washed up, and now they have to act, and then their master ends up getting murdered and they have to actually like do stuff with their life. I think that's an interesting premise, but this just looks kind of bad to me. It does not look very funny. The acting looks like they're really phoning it in, and I'm really not feeling this one at all. So I'm really not that excited for this very much. So yeah.
Honestly, I found the three leads, at least what they showed in the trailer, they seemed like they were having fun. So that was exciting. It gave me kind of that vibe of like Kid Detective. But I think where it kind of differs is maybe production quality. Like I think maybe it's just the cinematography, like the camera they're using definitely feels more like on the lower budget side. And so we'll see if that actually is the case with the movie, or maybe it's just, I don't know what it could be. just taken out of context, you start to think something about the cinematography that might not actually be true. But anyways, I honestly,
well, apparently this is a film that they made like through Kickstarter, so it might be like
okay, then yeah, that makes sense then. Honestly,
Yeah.
even for a movie that is filmed through Kickstarter, okay, it probably will have maybe some production woes or something like that. But the three leads, if they can in the actual movie, if they can keep up the amount of fun chemistry that it seemed like they were having when I watched the trailer, then it could actually pan out good. So honestly, I don't know if I'll ever see it. I don't know if I'm ever going to rush out and watch it, but it did look like something where I was like, okay, if this is ever on, I could maybe potentially see myself watching it. So not too bad.
Yeah, The Paper Tigers, if you're looking forward to it, it does come out on May 7th, hoping that it turns out well, but we'll have to see. Now, the next film we're introducing, I think, is definitely one of the bigger films coming out on this day, and how relevant the person that's introducing it is drinking the very title of this movie. So go ahead.
I'll just turn my camera on for it. It's that. Roll the book.
Of all the scenes of your life, although jaded, dating a beautiful girl, was it worth it all? Someone just like your mother? Could it be more? I even imagined being mad at you for things any kid does. But I never saw anything like this.
All right, so yeah, this was not the Charlize Theron one, believe it or not. I was very surprised. I saw it on the list and I was like, "Damn, Kevin, you're fucking up." But I was like, "Oh, it's a Netflix movie." Gotcha.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. I'm hoping this isn't the Netflix movie that comes out of award season and is just kind of dull and draggy, or like maybe it didn't live up to its potential, because so far it looks like that they got something maybe potentially good going on here. You got a great cast, Kelvin Harrison Jr. It's good to see him in more stuff. Because that ever since Loose, it's been like, what else is this guy gonna do? Because he's incredible.
Waves.
What?
Waves.
Well, yeah, but Loose came out first. I wanted to mention Loose
true.
first, idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck you, asshole. Shit. What the hell? Jeffrey Wright's a great actor. Blanking on everyone else who's in this. But yeah, it has a good cast. Yeah, I'm hoping that it turns out good, because I think this could be a really good dramatic work here. Maybe something that is a little more relevant too, that has something to say, enlighten some people on certain things. So I'm interested. I hope it's not another bad Netflix movie though.
Yeah, this is one that I've been following for quite a bit now. I know it's gone it's gone through different titles, like Rise at one point, and now it's back to Monster. But I think this film looks really powerful for sure. Yes, it's something that we have seen before, where basically he's charged with felony murder for this crime that he might have committed, and everyone's trying to debate whether or not his entire life should be affected because of like what he ended up doing. And it seems like it could be really effective in that way. The relationship that Kelvin Harrison Jr. forms with Jeffrey Wright seems like it's going to be really powerful for sure. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But aside from that, you got such a great cast here. I mean, Jennifer L., Tim Blake Nelson, Jennifer Hudson, John David Washington, just a really strong. I just hope that this is a really effective film. The other thing that has me really excited for it is the screenplay. The screenplay is actually written by Radha Blank, who just did the 40-Year-Old Version last year. Loved that film, and I especially loved her, and was hoping that we could see more works from her in the future. And it's great to see she already has another film on hand to show to everyone. And I hope that she really does deliver here, because I think she's a really talented screenwriter for sure. And like Jackson said, I think this is definitely a film that is very eerily relevant to certain events that have just happened. And I think it's definitely going to open up people's minds a bit if it's handled well. But we'll really have to see. I think this film came out at Sundance like a bunch of years ago, but it hasn't come out till now. So I hope it turns out really great. I've been looking forward to it for a while, and I'm just glad that it's finally coming out, and I hope it lives up to the hype, because I think this film could be something really special if it's handled well.
I can answer this for Caden. I don't know what this is.
Wait, what? Yeah.
There we go.
All
See,
right.
I got your back.
Monster, if you are looking forward to it, it does come out on May 7th. Hopefully this turns out really well for sure. But that's everything coming out on May 7th. Wrath of Man here today. Above Suspicion, Mainstream, The Waterman, Paper Spiders, Paper Tigers, and Monster. Now we are getting into May 12th, where we have, ironically, another Netflix movie to talk about. And it's one that I don't think as many people know much about, and it is Oxygen.
Je me souviens de rien.
Je suis Milo, votre médicale interface de liaison opérateur.
Je suis forcément malade.
Aucune maladie ou anormalité détectée.
Je suis pas malade. Milo, déverrouillage.
Je ne suis pas en mesure d'accéder à cette requête pour le moment.
Milo, s'il te plaît, je t'en supplie.
Je ne suis pas en mesure d'accéder à cette requête.
All right, so Oxygen, this is one that I really did not know all that much about, aside from the fact that it's from a director that I really don't think too fondly of. He's done like Crawl and things like that, and you guys know I wasn't really a huge fan of that movie, but this seems really interesting. Basically, it's, you know, this woman, and she wakes up, she's in this medical unit, and she doesn't know who she is or how she got there, so it's kind of a Hitchcockian sort of thriller in that way, and I think could be really effective if done well. And you know, the idea of her slowly running out of oxygen seems like it could be a really riveting film in that way. And especially knowing like how she got here, I think it could be a really interesting film. And Melaine Laurent is a phenomenal actress. I love pretty much everything that she does, all going all the way back to like Inglourious Bastards. I've always been a big fan of her. So I think she's going to give a really strong performance here for sure. I think this film could be really suspenseful, and I hope it turns out really well, because I'm definitely really digging the premise, and it seems like it could definitely live up to the hype if they handle it well. So I'm definitely interested in this one.
Yeah.
I agree with Caden. I have not seen all of Alexander Aja's films. I saw Piranha 3D, which is, you know, it's goofy. It's, of course, it's not really, it's goofy. But Crawl, I enjoyed. I thought it was fun. I think he pulled off a really thrilling, well-executed movie for the most part. So him doing another bottle film kind of thriller is really exciting, especially with the interesting concept that it has. I only saw the teaser. I didn't see the new one that came out. The visual effects in that box at least look pretty cool. The actress is probably going to do really well here. That teaser definitely gave me that sense of like, ooh, I'm feeling a little something. I'm feeling a little suspense. So I can't wait. I can't wait to feel that for a whole movie. So I think this could potentially be another hit for the man. I am interested to go back in his career, obviously, but I'm liking, if this turns out good, then I'm kind of liking where his career is kind of heading. I enjoyed Crawl, and I would like to see another good movie from him, maybe better than Crawl too, even though I did enjoy it. But yeah.
Also, I have not seen this movie, Meadowland, so I have no opinion on that film. But anyway, Oxygen.
Wait, if you say Now You See Me? Is that what it was?
Yes.
As in Jesse Eisenberg?
I guess, yes.
Jesse Eisenberg, my favorite incel.
Oh, yeah. If you are looking forward to Oxygen, it does come out on May 12th. Definitely looking forward to this one. Now we're going to get to another film on May 13th. This is one that, Caden, I think you actually might have something to say about, because I think you are looking forward to this one. Hello?
Sorry, I was ordering Burger King.
Yo, did you get me some?
Yeah, sure, bro. We got, I don't even know if this is the right movie, but I think it's Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks.
Holy shit, it's Jigsaw.
Do you know where your officers are?
Jigsaw? Wait, I thought the Jigsaw killer was dead.
He is.
I'm excited for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very brief. But yeah, I definitely am surprisingly looking forward to this one. As y'all know, I am not a big Saw fan, very much at all. I really do not really. I really have not enjoyed the majority of the Saw films. I found them all very repetitive and similar. But what I like about this is that it really seems like it is trying to do something decidedly different here. Not only are we focusing a lot more on these detectives and them kind of piecing together what's going on, but it's not Jigsaw here. It's someone that's like copying what he did, and they're kind of trying to figure out, you know, why this happened and kind of like diving deeper into the murder of it all. So it seems like this film is focusing a lot less on just the traps and a lot more on the mystery overall. And so that definitely does intrigue me. That's something I've always wished the Saw films would do, because it felt like they got very trap heavy after a while. They weren't really caring as much about the story, whereas this film seems like it actually is caring about the story. And not to mention, you have some legitimately really talented actors here. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day where Chris Rock and Sam Jackson were in a Spiral movie. We're in a Saw movie together, but it really seems like they are going to do a good job here. Chris Rock especially seems very convincing. I'm very interested in seeing what he's going to do. And the relation he has with Sam Jackson as his father, you know, it seems like that could be a really interesting dynamic for sure. So I'm definitely a lot more interested in this than I was expecting. I think as these trailers have come out and as we've gotten closer to this release, I've actually become really excited for this film. And even though, yes, it is directed from, I believe, the person that's done the majority of the Saw films, I feel like he is trying to do something really different with this one. And I hope that is the case. I hope I can actually come out of this film and say, this is a good Saw film, legitimately a good Saw film, because that's really all I want at this point. And I think if there was any time where you could reboot Saw, this is the way to do it. And I hope it really works out, because I think it actually looks like it could be something really special.
Yeah, I like Saw 1 and Saw 2 and Saw 3 is kind of like, that's kind of, for me, Saw 3 is kind of bordering on like, you know, B-, C+ kind of, and then the rest are kind of like, yeah. And even like the most recent Jigsaw, I was like, it's better than some of the sequels, but it's still not really good. I was excited when the first trailer came out, and I'm even more excited with this new trailer because it definitely is honing more in on like a 7 feeling kind of Saw movie, which is great. It feels like kind of like the Saw movie I've always wanted to see, at least aside from the ones that I actually enjoyed. Like, let's see something more in line with what this trailer is promising. So that is really exciting to me. I do like that they're not just relying on, hey, it's the Jigsaw killer again. It's the pig. It's the pig mask. Like, oh, sweet. That's fun. I like Samuel L. Jackson so far in this. Chris Rock is, I think, definitely going to be really impressive here. I haven't seen Fargo, his season of Fargo, but I heard he's great. And in this trailer, like,
from what I thought he was.
I'm not distracted by him. He's playing a cop, even though he's a comedian, but it looks like he's pulling it off really well. So I am actually interested in this, and I hope it turns out to be the best one because it has all the potential in the world. And I'm not even really worried about how some of the other people involved with this other Saw movies are still working on it creatively, because like when you have an interesting premise like this or a different kind of approach, you know, there's a lot of ways you can make that work, even if you've done some stuff that maybe is a little stale. But you know, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking forward to Spiral from the Book of Saw, it does come out on May 13th. Definitely looking forward to this one for sure. Also coming out on May 13th is another film that I've definitely been looking forward to that Jackson's going to introduce.
Oh, God. Man, I really wish Kevin dead. This is Those Who Wish Me Dead.
I fucking hate you.
I read the wind wrong.
Is this Eternals?
I should have gone to them.
Then you'd be dead too.
That's our job.
Hey! Stop! I'm not gonna hurt you. I want to see where the blood's coming from. It's not my blood.
So I really like Taylor Sheridan's work on movies like Sicario, Hell or High Water, and even his directing work with Wind River a couple years back. I thought that was really a really strong directorial debut. I thought it was a really great movie. And even though this is based off a book, he's the one who's doing the adaptation. So I think this project is in good hands. I think the premise is interesting. It could lead to something really intense and really well made. Who's playing the bad guy? Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect asshole. Sam Claflin, he's in this. I think Sam Claflin.
No, he's not.
Is it Nicholas Hoult?
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
I get them confused all the time. Nicholas Hoult, who's obviously a great actor. I think he'll fit in well here. John Bernthal, of course, he's got to be here. Wonderful man. And Angelina Jolie looks like she's going to be great. So yeah, I'm nothing but excited for this. It looks really intense, really well made. It's probably going to be written really well and acted really well. That's about it. I'm excited for the future Taylor Sheridan. Woohoo!
Yeah, this is definitely one that piqued my interest immediately. Anytime you put Taylor Sheridan, in the director's chair or, writing something, it always seems like he is going to do a good job. He's a fantastic screenwriter and such a great director, and especially for films like this, that are way more of survival thrillers. I think he definitely is going to, he's definitely going to do a really good job with it. The premise itself is one that I think is really interesting, where there's this young teenage boy and he witnesses the murder of his father, and then Angelina Jolie ends up finding him and they form this sort of bond, but there are these assassins that are after them and things like that. So I think this film is going to be really riveting. I really love the cast here a lot. I mean, in addition to Angelina Jolie and Nicholas Hoult and the other actors you mentioned, we got Tyler Perry and John Bernthal in this. So I think this could definitely be a very effective thriller for sure. I'm definitely very much looking forward to this one. It's easily one of my most anticipated of the entire month. And Jackson, yes, I'm glad you figured out how YouTube works. I know it's been a struggle for you, so I'm really glad you figured that out. And yeah, very, very excited for this one for sure.
Whoa.
All right, so Those Who Wish Me Dead, if you are looking forward to it, it does come out on May 13th. Definitely excited for this one. Also coming out May 13th is this next film we're going to be talking about, and that is Searching. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's Profile.
How'd you make contact?
I created
What?
a fake profile, posing as a young convert to lure one of the recruiters to me. I'm going to share my screen.
Kinda hot, do you think? The IT guys can record your desktop.
Amy, tattoos are prohibited.
Can you see the tattoo?
No. Ready to go.
He's calling.
And I'm going to record it all.
Assalamu alaikum, my sister.
So Profile, this is one that I definitely did not know all that much about. It kind of came out of nowhere for me, but I saw this trailer and I think it looks interesting for sure. I mean, yes, we've seen films like this where it's entirely on a laptop screen and, we like Unfriended but it definitely seems more like a Searching than something like, say, Unfriended. And I think it could definitely be a really interesting film. From what I understand, this one actually is based on a true story where it's this British journalist, but she is posing as this, basically this Muslim of sorts, basically to try to infiltrate this extremist group. And so it seems like it could be a really interesting premise for sure. I'm excited to see how this really does turn out. Valine Kane, I'm not familiar with her, but it seems like she's going to give a strong performance here. And just in general, again, we have seen films like this before, but it seems like this one is trying to be more of an espionage thriller. And I think that could definitely really work as a film like this. I'm surprised this film was made so many years ago. You would have thought this film was made during the pandemic or something, but it wasn't. It was made back, I believe, in 2018, and it's finally getting a release. And yeah, I definitely am interested in this one. I think it looks quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is from the guy who's recently been producing Unfriended 2, Searching, and then he also directed the Ben-Hur remake and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I'm not sure. It'll probably be a better movie than those since...
I am now extremely excited for this movie.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I convinced you. But yeah, I'm not sure if it probably won't be the same filmmaking technique because like there's only so much you can do on that laptop screen. You either have to do what they did with Searching, what Anish Chaganty did with Searching, or do Unfriended, which is just the stick with the widescreen the whole time or something like that. But you know, it could be interesting. It definitely seems like a new interesting take on based on a true story movie, a thriller kind of. So that's interesting to say the least, that this man is actively kind of trying to pursue more ways to use the filmed on a computer screen. So that's cool. I don't know. The fact that it is based on a true story, I'm interested to see.
Yeah.
I guess if it's based on a true story, they actually did a lot of the stuff on the computer. So I guess, I don't know. It's just going to be interesting, I guess, because it's not straight up horror, but it's not a straight up kind of movie mystery like Searching. It's a real, like based on a true story mystery. I don't know. It looks fine. I guess I'm just not completely excited for it because reasons. I don't know. I don't know. Just shut up. Leave me alone, asshole. Go watch The Den, piece of shit. That's the end of
That's the next one.
What? The Den is not the next one. The Den is a 2013 something horror movie. You dip.
Anyway, before we continue, there's a really cute girl in the chat, and I just want to acknowledge her for a second. But anyway,
Henry is not a girl, you piece of shit.
Anyway, if you are looking forward to Profile, it does come out on May 13th. Definitely interested in this one for sure. Hoping it turns out really good. Now, the next film Caden is going to introduce that I'm sure he's definitely heard of.
Wait, I'm eating a burger. What?
You're introducing the next film.
I'm doing really great tonight, guys.
Oh yeah.
The Ginge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a spooky movie.
So I believe it's pronounced the Jinn. I think the D is silent. But regardless, I mean, it looks, I don't know, man, this definitely, there's a lot about it that I think could be really intriguing. I like the idea that this is centered around a mute boy, and it's probably going to utilize silence a lot and him being trapped in his apartment with this monster of sorts. But the problem is, I feel like it doesn't really look all that scary to me. I feel like it's going to utilize jump scares a lot and things like that. And it's just not really grabbing me in the way that I want to. I think it could definitely be something interesting, and I hope it is, but I hope it goes in a less traditional direction than I think it's going to, because just from this trailer, it seems like a very typical horror movie, and I feel like a film like this would be a lot more effective if it wasn't as traditional. And maybe it will be, maybe it's just not, an accurate trailer, but right now I'm just not really feeling this one as much as I really wanted to.
Yeah, it's IFC, which is exciting because I feel like they put out a lot of interesting movies. Oh, yeah. Like The Vigil recently, like that's the one at the top of my mind where I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I think this movie, it's got to have something up its sleeve, something a little more, because this is also the same studio that did The Babadook, amongst other things. That's like, they put out a lot of interesting movies. I would be surprised if they just decided with this one, like, it's like a typical kind of like there's a demon running around. Yeah, let's release that. There's got to be something else to it, I think. But it doesn't look all that scary. There's that one shot of the TV. It goes black, but you see it move in the corner. And it's like, it's not a jump scare, which is good. But, we've seen that done a million times. Not that that's bad per se, just... I don't know. They haven't done anything to really win me over in this trailer. I didn't even know the boy was mute. Is that what you said? He's mute?
Yeah, he is.
I did not know that from watching this trailer. Or maybe I just...
And I believe it's an actual mute actor, too. So
which is great.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll play a part. I'm hoping that this movie, when it comes out, there will be people going like, "Oh, this is actually the kind of horror movie that people who enjoyed The Vigil would be excited for." But then I saw the last shot of this trailer, and it made me fucking cry with laughter hysterically. It looks so goofy. I laughed my ass off. So we'll see. I don't think it painted the best picture for itself, but maybe it could be fun. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Also, Caden and Jackson are not legends, but thank you.
Thank you, Allie.
Actually, there's only 2 legends here. Falk is something else that is not worth praising.
Am I a djinn? Whatever that is.
No, you're a boomer. Got him.
Wow. Even though I don't even remotely fit into that category, but
actually,
anyway.
you do.
Anyway, if you are looking forward to the djinn, it comes out on May 13th. I hope it turns out to be really good. Also coming out on May 13th, though, is this next film that we're going to be discussing. I've already talked about this movie in other movie previews, but it got delayed and now it's finally coming out. And Jackson here is going to be the one to introduce it.
I am?
Yes.
Fuck, which one is it? Hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. No, I think it cuts off here. Let me check our other chat really quick. Sorry.
Yeah, go on, Facebook. That's
okay,
why I posted in there.
The Killing of Two Lovers. Boom,
yes.
We got
it. You working?
Yeah.
This early?
Yeah, Dad. Stop digging.
Think we're doing the right thing?
David, I love you. You love me. We're trying to figure this out.
I'm listening, Dad.
Love is a feeling, and feelings, they move in, they move out.
What is this? Zack Snyder's Justice League? Boom. Got him.
Not that.
Because of the aspect ratio. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it looks interesting. Especially like as the trailer goes on. I know you have to cut it off, but as it goes on, it's like, oh, what is this? Is this going to be like slow and meditative to like a big explosion, or is it more thrillery at parts? I'm not sure, but the movie did a really good job of keeping itself guarded in this trailer, at least. The final image sold me completely, if I'm being honest. I'm actually really interested in seeing this whenever it comes out. Obviously, I don't know. It's not like I'm doing a movie preview right now where you told me the date is coming out. But it looks really interesting. I do like it. I watched this recently with Caden. So I got vibes from it. Foxcatcher, where maybe it could be like really slow and really meditative for a lot of it, and then it just gets to like this horrific thing. Maybe I'm not sure where the movie will go, but it looks, well, judging by the title, maybe it's subversive. But I'm honestly really interested in seeing this. I would like to see it whenever it comes out. I'm not sure which date, obviously, because I'm not doing a movie preview. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this.
Yeah, I already talked about this in the.
No, you didn't.
I already talked about this in the February movie preview when it was originally supposed to come out then, but then of course it did get delayed to this month. And I'm going to say the same thing I said in that one. It looks very unnerving and disturbing. Similar to Jackson, I really like the way that they kind of mislead you. They make you think this is going to be like kind of like a heartwarming drama of this, single father trying to like pick up the pieces and like visit his children, things like that. But then you realize, oh no, there's something much more going on. It seems to be really kind of nagging at him, the separation and things like that. It's really having an effect on him. And then he starts going after his wife's new relationship and things like that. So I think this film could be very effective for sure. I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. It's pretty much piqued my interest since back in February when I watched it, and it has not left my mind since then. So I really hope it does come out this month, crossing my fingers, because I think it looks very effective, and I'm very much looking forward to this one.
Yo, guys. Have y'all ever thought about how fucking good French fries are?
Yeah, that definitely has some relevance with the trailer. The killing.
It does though, because like French fries, oh, they're so good.
The French fries are really good, but hopefully so is this movie, which I'm going to segue.
What does that have to do with French fries?
But anyway, if you are looking forward to The Killing of Two Lovers, it does come out on May 13th. Hoping this one turns out to be really good for sure. Also coming out on May 13th, another movie that we have waited basically a whole year for. It's finally coming out. I can't believe that it is finally coming out because we've basically been waiting forever for this film, but it is finally coming out, and of course, it's a Netflix film, and of course, is The Woman in Window.
So, what's the latest on the street?
Your neighbor, she's become a friend.
Her name is Jane Russell. Do you want to go outside? You know, I have a shrink of my own. 911. My neighbor Jane, she's been stabbed.
All right, so The Woman in the Window, like I said, this is a film that was supposed to come out all the way back in like May last year, and then obviously COVID happened and they had to delay it, but I'm glad that it finally does. What?
I said, what's COVID? I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is either. But thankfully it's finally coming out, and thank God it is, because I have been excited for this film for a long time now. I think the premise itself seems really interesting, where Amy Adams is this agoraphobe of sorts, but she's also a psychologist, and she strikes up this friendship with Julianne Moore's character, but then Julianne Moore suddenly disappears, and she thinks she witnesses her getting murdered, and so it turns into this whole sort of psychological thriller, and it just seems like a really good and very fascinating film for sure. You get a really great cast here right off the bat. I mean, Amy Adams, Gary Oldman, Anthony Mackie, Wyatt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Julianne Moore, of course, Brian Tyree Henry, just the list goes on and on in terms of the cast. It definitely seems like that's going to be one of the high points of this for sure, but also just getting into the mindset of someone like Amy Adams that is an agoraphobe. You know, we've definitely seen agoraphobes in, films before, but not often are they the main character, and it seems like that's going to heighten this film. I'm definitely excited to see how this one does turn out, and I think it definitely looks like one of the most effective films of this month. Definitely one of the ones I'm most looking forward to. So yeah, very much excited for this one. Anything? Caden?
Oh no, he got killed like Jane Russell. Anyways,
no. Well, I will say, he did inspire Allie to potentially get fries. So, wow. Oh, he's back. Caden, I do have one thing to say to you. You were successful with your plugging of fries because Allie is now interested in buying them.
Yeah, let's go, Allie. Anyways, what I was saying. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, French fries are good, and I'm happy this movie's finally coming out because I want to see it.
Yeah.
Nice. Rear Window?
Maybe.
Oh yeah. I did want to comment, like, that must be one loud ass argument if she can hear it all the way across the street with her doors and shit closed.
Yeah.
Maybe they left their windows open. I don't know. Not that matters. Honestly, I have the book right here in front of me. I've had it for like about a month now, but I kind of want to watch the movie first. Like, yeah. I honestly, for some reason, I'm holding.
Imagine reading
books right now. I don't know. Shut up! You should read more often. Stretch your brain muscles, dick. Anyways, I'm really excited for it because it looks really interesting. I think it looks really thrilling. Amy Adams is terrific. I'm shocked we haven't seen anything from Anthony Mackie so far, even though he's supposed to be in it. But that's exciting. Gary Oldman, Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. Brian Tyree Henry, the guy from Ford v Ferrari. Holy shit! And John Walker himself, Wyatt Russell. That's amazing. I am interested in this immensely. It looks
Brian
for some fucking reason, I thought you said Doug Walker, and I was like, wait, what?
No, John Walker from Falcon and the
Winter Soldier.
What are you saying to me right now, Kevin?
Brian Tyree Henry wasn't in Ford versus Ferrari.
I said the guy from Ford v Ferrari. I said it separately.
Oh.
Who are you? Who are you? My God, fucking
I
idiot.
didn't
You know what?
get
You
the
ruined
joke.
it. You ruined the segment. I'm ending it here. It looks good. I'm excited. I don't want to read the book first because I want to watch the movie. It looks exciting. I'm very interested. Shut the fuck up, asshole.
I didn't get the joke. I'm stupid, okay?
You're a
But
piece of shit.
if you are looking forward to The Woman in the Window, it does come out on May 13th. Hoping this film very much is worth the wait for sure, because we've definitely been waiting a long time for it. But now we're going to get into this next film, going to May 21st. That's everything coming out on May 13th, by the way. Getting into May 21st, we have this next film we're going to be introducing. It's definitely column counter. Not like we took that off the list because Jackson told me to.
You're welcome.
But it is another film that doesn't really look too great either, that Caden's going to introduce.
Oh, fuck. I'm introducing again? Shit.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Seance?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Camille Meadows. It's fortunate that a space is opening up for you here at Edelweiss. Our climate can be quite competitive.
I'm also going to talk during this.
Scram.
No, I'm good here. That light keeps flickering.
It must be the ghost again.
Some girl supposedly killed herself in the dorms years ago.
I'm not sure I believe it.
What if I told you there's a way we can find out?
Oh, go ahead.
Wow, looks sad and scary at the same time. Yep.
Seance. Yeah, so I watched this trailer. It has definitely a talented cast for sure. I like Suki Waterhouse. I like Madison Beatty from what I've seen her in, but holy shit, this looks really bad. The poster alone looks like a ripoff of like really like cheesy like 90s movies from like horror 90s movies that were like female centric, like sort of like The Craft or something like that. And then you watch the trailer and it definitely seems eerily similar to something like that. And the premise alone is one that I feel like we've seen so many times before, where you focus on this woman and there's this student that she arrives at this academy, and then all of a sudden this student ends up dying and she doesn't know what happened. And then there's some sort of like supernatural ties to it. And it's just like, how many times can you do a movie like this? It just does not really look that great. It looks like it utilizes jump scares a lot too. Nothing about it looks scary. If anything, it looks more annoying than anything. So I really am not excited for this one. The only glimmer of hope I have is that the writer has done The Guest and VHS, but I know he also did one of both of your favorite films, You're Next. So I don't really know, what that means, but overall, we'll see.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Your Next is like a terrible movie. I just don't.
Oh, I thought you hated that one, like Jackson.
I mean, I don't think it's good, but like, I think it's a bad movie, but like, I don't think it's like that bad.
Okay, but I'm definitely not excited for this at all. This looks really bad.
I zoned out from whatever you guys were saying. But yeah, I watched this trailer and it was like, I don't know, like maybe there's potential here, but it looks very typical. It looks like a literal Twilight Zone episode that I watched. Well, actually not. It was different, but I just saw like girls in a dormitory. I was like, oh, Twilight Zone, LeMayo. It's not even the same plot. It's just girls in a dormitory and it's horror. Like, oh, Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. This is irrelevant. I'm sorry.
Jordan Peele is not behind this.
I was just saying he did Twilight Zone. You fucking idiot. Jesus. But yeah, I watched it. I was like, this just looks like a typical kind of horror movie. Maybe it could be fun. I don't know. But then, I found out Simon Barrett. I don't think he directed it. He is directing it.
He directs it.
Right. I'm forgetting if he directed anything else, but he's written a lot. He wrote a movie called The Temple, which was kind of awful. I watched and was awful. I like The Guest and VHS. His VHS is a good movie. It's got a lot of different writers though, because that's like anthologies. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Your Next. I think he had a hand in the Blair Witch movie too, the remake. And it's like, I'm not saying he can't write anything good, because I think he can. Honestly, I am rooting for this movie to maybe be fun or something like that, maybe legitimately kind of creepy. But so far, it's not really painting the picture of that. It definitely seems in line with some bullshit that he's done before. So yeah. Sorry, I'm not a fan of Your Next. I think it's really overrated, overhyped. But whatever. I don't care anymore. Adam Wingard made Godzilla vs. Kong. Isn't that nuts? LeMayo.
He did do, so I looked into it. The only directing he's done is a segment in VHS 2, but I have not seen that one, so.
Okay, so yeah, good. That's a good movie there. I can't really think of anything like awful about it. About any of the directing in it. But yeah. What a shit show.
Yeah, this really does not look that great at all. But if you are somehow looking to Seance, it does come out on May 21st. I guess look forward to it. But yeah, I'm not very excited. But the next film we're talking about is another one that I don't think a lot of people know much about. But Jackson's going to
again? Damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Eric Bana in The Wet.
You knew him, didn't you?
An old mate of Luke's, actually. I'm just here in a personal capacity.
Luke drove to his house at 4:30, killed his family, then headed here to kill himself.
You're convinced he did it?
What do you think?
It's all over town that you're reopening the investigation.
Who's here? It's the pigs.
You of all people should be minding your own business.
Boy, what are you doing back in our town, boy?
So I've heard some stories about me.
I've heard some.
I meant to say The Dry. It's not The Wet, but Kevin cut me off before I could say it. It's The Dry. You know what's funny is that I didn't know Eric Bana was actually Australian. I thought that was just a joke for funny people, but I guess he is.
No, he is. He very much is.
I thought that was just a joke.
Yeah.
But it looks like a really interesting little procedural thriller. You know, honestly, I don't really have much to say about this other than it looks like it could be really good. Maybe it could suffer from it's actually not that interesting. This is The Little Things, but with Eric Bana and not Jared Leto. But honestly, it looks like an interesting trailer. I've heard some positive word of mouth so far from it. So maybe honestly, I really don't have much to say.
This looks honestly kind of boring to me. I've heard good things about it, but this trailer just did absolutely nothing to really hook my interest. I like Eric Bana as an actor. He's pretty good. There's some other actors in here that, are pretty talented, but overall, I mean, we've seen the premise before. I mean, I share a last name with the main character, so there's that. That's kind of cool. I don't see the last name Falk a lot, so that's kind of fun. But like, aside from that, I'm just not really feeling this one that much, where he's in this hometown and there's like this drought that started and now he has to solve this death of this teenage girl. And I don't know. It looks kind of all right to me. We'll see how it turns out, but this trailer just did not really hook me in. Maybe the movie will be good, but not really feeling this one so far. All right, so The Dry, if you are looking forward to it, it does come out on May 21st. We'll have to see how this one really does turn out. But also coming out on May 21st is this next film that we're going to be talking about. It's another indie film, and it's called Blast Beats.
Yo, is that Rico from Panama 10?
What part of Mexico is that?
Aquí hay que tener metas claras.
I've always wanted to work at NASA.
So cliche.
Prométeme una cosa, que va a hacer un esfuercito para adaptarse, ¿sí?
You two have detention.
We're being detained?
No, just it's detention. It's not detained. It's
Detención.
Ooh, no.
This looks okay. You know, I didn't really know too much about it, aside from the fact that like Moises Arias and his brother were in it. And they seem like they're gonna do an all right job. But other than that, I don't really feel too strongly about this one. You know, you got two teenage boys and they're trying to like adjust to life, you know, after they've come from Colombia. But other than that, I don't really feel too much for this one. So we'll have to see how it really turns out. Looks fine, I guess. Next movie.
Oh wait, can we actually move on to the next movie, because that'd be great.
No, you're talking about this one.
Fuck you. Honestly, this is another, other than Counter Column, that piece of shit you almost made us talk about. This was the next one I was gonna be like, can we remove this one too? Because I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't know what to say other than it's Rico from Hannah Montana. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to say about it, because maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. There's no real way of telling from the trailer. The detained line exchange was pretty funny, but
yeah,
I don't know. I have no drive to see it, which is, I guess, a bummer, but good for me. I don't have to watch it, but I do have to talk about it on the stupid fucking movie preview. So thanks a lot, you asshole piece of shit motherfucker.
All right, so I will make a cast of Blast Beat when it comes out. So I'll have to watch it.
Don't.
All right, so Blast Beat, if you're looking forward to it, it does come out on May 21st, which is when Jackson and I are going to watch it, and it's going to be a great time.
Shut the fuck up.
Also coming out on May 21st is a movie that I am actually very interested in, that Caden's going to introduce.
Riders of Justice.
Hvorfor siger du, at det ikke var en ulykke? Ham her. Men han skyndte sig af på den station sekunder inden ulykken indtraf. Til Kurt Tandem Olesen, der er præsident for rockergruppen Riders of Justice. Det var et attentat. Jeg vil bede om at finde alt, hvad I kan for rockergruppen Riders of Justice. Det er Emmentaler, vores face recognition ekspert. Den er så god til at finde ting. Er det noget, I kan, uden at ligge sport? I har fattet det nemmeste for dig i verden. Det er det nemmeste for mig i verden.
Riders of Justice, this is one that I am definitely very much looking forward to. I mean, Mads Mikkelsen, especially coming off the heels of something like Another Round, which was easily one of the best performances he's ever done. Seeing him in another all-Danish film, you know, that definitely does really excite me. And again, it's with a mostly unknown cast besides him. So I think that alone has me very excited. But then you look at this film and it's obviously very different from Another Round. But the one thing I do like about it is that similar to Another Round, it has that sense of black comedy that film did so well, where you have this very serious subject matter where like he returns home and his wife has died in this train accident. And now they want to try to like track down who ended up doing it and everything. And so basically, you know, he has to find out like who murdered her, but they take it in a more comedic direction because you have a lot of guys that don't really know what they're doing. And then they're working with people who do know what they're doing. And there's some lines that were legitimately really funny. Like that one line when he's like telling them to put something together and he's like, oh, I just like the aesthetic of it. Like that was so funny to me. I liked that a lot. And in general, it seems like these men have really good chemistry. It seems like we're going to get another really strong performance out of Mads Mikkelsen for sure. And it's probably, I could also see it being like Another Round where it shifts to something far more dramatic in the latter half. And it seems like, especially with this premise, it could be a really effective film. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but I also think it could end up being really emotional as well. So overall, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I'm all so down for another Mads Mikkelsen film. He's truly one of the best working today, and you put him in anything that has me excited, but you got a great premise, it seems like, to back it up, and definitely one of my most anticipated of the month for sure. Very much looking forward to this one.
Polar? JK, it doesn't look like that.
No, I hope not.
I mean, yeah, it definitely, I did notice, like, as you mentioned, like, it seemed like there's some, like, comedic, like, maybe black comedy kind of elements, which is like, okay, that could be pretty neat. It looks like it's made pretty well. And I'm sure Mads Mikkelsen's going to be great in it, and the rest of the cast look like they're pulling their own weight too. You know, as you even mentioned, like in Another Round, I watched that like a couple days ago.
Finally,
amazing. Shut the fuck up. But I watched it a couple days ago. He's great in it, but everyone else around him is also really great too, despite them being unknowns. You know what I mean? So that it's good to see him do something like that again. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to really say about it other than it looks pretty interesting and it could be pretty good. I hope that it is whenever I watch it. Psych, I won't, because subtitles, I don't want to read.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Robert Storms.
Yeah.
What? Name one thing that Parasite does that Joker didn't already do.
What's he going to say about this year's Oscars? That's what's going to be fun to watch.
I don't know. I can't wait.
He's probably going to get mad at Thomas Vinterberg getting nominated for Best Director.
Nomadland didn't do anything as powerful as Joker, a movie about the lower class and mental health. I don't remember what that fuckwad said.
Anyway, this just turned into a rant about Robert Storms, which is always a good thing. You know, there always should be a rant against him, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Riders of Justice, which does come out on May 21st. If you are looking forward to it, it does, of course, come out then. Hopefully it turns out really well. We have actually another foreign film, though, that we're going to talk about that Jackson here is going to introduce.
Fuck, forgot. What is it? Oh, New Order. There you go.
¿Estás bien? ¿Qué pasó?
Oye, ¿qué haces?
Hey. Por favor, baja el arma. Ok, llévate lo que quieras, mira. Aquí está. Pero por favor.
Honestly, I saw this trailer a couple days ago, before In the Earth. And I was honestly, shut the fuck up. I did finish it. You didn't finish it, asshole.
Well, there was some sketchy guy in my audience, and I left.
Sure. What made him sketchy? Don't tell me.
He had a cowboy hat, and it looked like he had like something in his pocket.
What? It was his phone. Oh my god. Anyways,
it looked like a gun.
What a fucking idiot. Anyways, yeah, I was kind of blown away because when it started, I was like, this is like a really well edited trailer. Like as it goes on, like whoever edited this trailer deserves a raise and as many jobs as possible. They did a great job. It honestly, like for a movie that I knew nothing about beforehand, all of a sudden it captured my attention and drew me in. It looks engaging. It looks thrilling. It looks honestly spectacular. I can't wait to watch it because honestly, like when I saw this before In the Earth, I didn't know we were going to talk about it on this movie preview, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, good. I didn't know that was coming out this month. I forgot, but I'm excited for it. I really am looking forward to this movie because it really is. The trailer took the best stuff from the movie probably and made a really compelling advertisement for it, and I want to see how the movie plays out. So, and the guy from Rock of Ages is in it, and that's cool. Rock of Ages is the best movie of 2012. Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But this one definitely surprised me for sure. And I will agree, the way the trailer was edited was amazing because like you knew something was going to happen, but you didn't know what it was. And then all of a sudden this like whole riot breaks out and things like that. And it turns into this dystopia of sorts. And it seems like it's going to be a really effective film. I'm not entirely sure what it's really all about. I guess it has something to do with like the Mexican army and like this dictatorship within the country. And I don't know too much about that, but it seems like this film is going to shed light on that very well here. Definitely really interested in how that's going to be portrayed. Now, I'm not too familiar with the director, Michael Franco. I don't know what else he's done before.
James Franco?
No.
Under a pseudonym?
What?
James Franco under a pseudonym?
Oh, yeah. It's James Franco under a pseudonym. Or Dave Franco, maybe one of the two. Sure. But either way, I think that it definitely seems like a really effective film. My only worry really is Diego Boneta. I got to be honest. I don't think he's a very drawn actor at all. Everything I've seen him in, he has been very wooden, very boring, and maybe he'll be good in this. maybe he'll be good in this, but I don't know. I'm just not really a huge fan of him as an actor. But other than that, I hope this turns out really well, because I think it definitely does have potential. Also, Allie agrees with you on Rock of Ages. This is the thing we disagree over. She thinks it's a good movie. I think it's kind of whatever.
It's a good movie.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
It's perfectly serviceable, but it focuses on the exact wrong characters. But that's a conversation for another day.
You can go here another day.
Anyways, if you are looking, go ahead, kid. What?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about.
If you are looking forward to New Order,
we're talking about Rock of Ages.
Yeah, definitely. That's the movie we're discussing right now. Rock of Ages is totally coming out next month for sure, and we've all seen it early. We've all in an advanced screening. It's a great movie. But anyway, getting back on track here. If you are looking forward to New Order, it does come out on May 21st. Definitely looking forward to this one for sure. I think it definitely has a lot of potential behind it, but also coming out on May 21st is really the big release of that week, because there actually is no nationwide release aside from Counter Column, which Jackson told me to get rid of because it looks like shit.
You're welcome.
But anyway, it is coming out. It's definitely one of the biggest movies of this entire month, and it is Zack Snyder's next film, Army of the Dead.
Staring out the window at the darkness, the boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces.
Think about everything we did, all those people we saved.
The way they held their eyes.
Look what it got us.
If you don't mind my saying,
What if?
I can see you're out of base.
What if just once
Taste of your whiskey.
we did something just for us?
You ready to play?
So, Army of the Dead, I'll be honest, I have not seen the other film that Zack Snyder has done. I believe it's the remake of Dawn of the Dead. I think he did that. I have not, of course, seen that remake. I have seen the original Dawn of the Dead, which I love a lot. But this one, what I like about is that it is definitely a little bit different from the other ones, where you have this group of mercenaries, they're planning this heist and they're playing to rob this casino, and then all of a sudden a zombie outbreak happens, and that seemed like it could definitely be a lot of fun for sure. And you do have a really good cast here. Besides, obviously, Dave Bautista, you also have Ella Purnell, Omari Hardwick, Theo Rossi, Raul Costello. So definitely a good cast here for sure. It seems like it could definitely be a lot of fun. I guess my only real concern is that we've seen a lot of zombie type films before, and I don't really know what this one is going to do that's all that different, but it seems entertaining. It seems fun. I hope it turns out really well. Zack Snyder, I'm finally starting to like his films more. It's not just I like Watchmen and nothing else. So I hope I end up liking this one. I don't know if I'm going to like it quite as much as, say, Zack Snyder's Justice League, which review of that coming very soon. I still have to edit it. I know I'm very behind. Don't yell at me. Anyway.
You are a month and a half late.
I literally have to edit it. I have to edit it and then it's out. But
yeah, and how long have you been trying to edit it for, huh?
He's been trying to edit it since a month ago.
No, I literally filmed my review for a couple days ago. I'm not gonna lie.
Bullshit.
If you are looking, but anyways, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Hey, Kevin, I got one thing to say to you.
What?
Why you always lying?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
All right, enough of that. Jackson, go ahead.
Hey!
It's almost like I did that just to get you upset.
So
you're fucking lucky I'm not wearing my fucking earbuds.
So, I mean, you're gonna break them at this point.
Good.
So, Army of the Dead. Yeah, it looks pretty fun. It's definitely going to be. I have not seen Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead movie. That and Sucker Punch are the only ones I have not seen from him. But outside of his DC films, at least for me personally, I've enjoyed Watchmen and 300 and the Owls of Ga'Hoole. it's going to be interesting to see him go back into zombies now that he's, I guess, evolved as a filmmaker, because Dawn of the Dead was like, that was his first movie, and he's had several movies since then. So obviously, I think he's going to go all out with what he can do. There's a couple parts in the trailer that I think it's hard to describe. There's a couple parts that look maybe a little too confined. Like it looks like they're on it's kind of, it might just be the way it's shot too, or the way that it was framed up. I don't know. It's hard to describe what it was that I saw, but it looks pretty fun. You know, I'm excited to see Dave Bautista leading it. He's a pretty cool guy. I'm excited for Chris D'Elia to be replaced by Tig Notary. That was amazing. Good job, Zach. If only Disney can learn about that for Armie Hammer. LeMayo. It was Chris D'Elia, right?
Yeah.
He's the asshole that got replaced. Yeah, by Tig Notary.
Yes.
That girl with the big eyes from Miss Peregrine. Damn.
Oh, Ella Purnell. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Shit. Amari Hardwick.
Oh yeah, she was in that Stars show I didn't like.
Whatever. I don't know what that is.
Sweet Bitter.
It seems like you had a good cast here. Maybe it could be a fun, entertaining movie. I hope that when I watch it, that the characters are actually good and they aren't all fucking terrible or annoying. And I hope the action sequences are actually good. There's like some shots where it looked like some big like CG explosion shots where I was like, you know, like, I don't know if honestly, I forget the clip you just played. I don't think it was in that, but in the trailer, I was like, that could probably be touched up on, but hey, it could be goofy fun. This is going to spawn a big franchise for Netflix. So good on you, Zach.
If they can actually make one finally, it feels like they always try.
Zach doesn't even need DC anymore. He's got fucking Netflix and Army of the Dead. Fuck DC. Who needs it?
Restore the DC universe.
No. You know what? I got a new hashtag. Forget restore the Snyderverse. How about restore the Bayverse? Transformers, Michael Bay. Restore it.
No.
Forget Bumblebee. Let Michael Bay come back and complete his vision. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think anyone agrees.
Michael Bay is a misunderstood genius who deserves his Transformers films to be completed.
Anyway.
Skids and Mudflap are the best characters of all time.
If you are looking forward to Army of the Dead, it does come out on May 21st. Hoping it turns out to be a lot of fun for sure. Now, the next film we're talking about, we're going to feel a sense of deja vu in a second. It comes out, of course, on May 28th. That's everything coming out May 21st, by the way. Now we get into the last week, May 28th. We're almost done here. We only have 4 films left. But we're going to feel a sense of deja vu here because literally, like, last year in March, we were talking about this movie and it still hasn't come out and it's allegedly finally coming out. And Caden here is going to introduce it.
Oh yeah, Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah.
This is the 1,000th time I've seen this trailer.
Same. Wait, where's John Krasinski? I'm confused.
Stop muting my mic, Kevin!
I won't mute you. I'll put you backstage.
Man, fuck
you. Fuck you.
So you stop being fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck I'm introducing this because I've never even seen the fucking first one, but I've seen the trailer like a billion fucking times, and I gotta say it looks pretty fucking good, even though I've never seen the fucking first one.
Just go back to our clip from last year. That's my thoughts are the same. Just go back to the same clip from last year. My thoughts are the same.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty much going to restate everything I said in that one. I was very
put up a card leading them to the exact moment in the last movie preview. We talked about it.
That's true. I could
do that. Do it right now.
You know what? Maybe I will. If I had the footage on me, I could do that. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll quickly edit the footage, but no, I'm not going to do that right now. That would take forever. But no, just to quickly sum it up, Quiet Place Part 2, I was wary about it being a thing, but this trailer looks pretty great. I think there's a lot of avenues they can take this in, really expand the world, show how the outside is affected by this whole situation. So I think this looks really great for sure. The only thing I will say is that it's weird that the movie's called A Quiet Place and you had two fuckers talking throughout the entire trailer. It's not very quiet when that's happening. I don't really know what's going on there. But no, in all seriousness,
what's happening? I don't know, but
in all seriousness, I'm very, very excited for this one. We've waited a long time for it, and so there was definitely time for my hype to dwindle, but honestly, it hasn't. I've stayed very hyped for this one. It's honestly kind of sad because, like, I know there are critics that have seen this movie already. They've been sitting on it for a year, over a year at this point, and, like, now they finally get to, like, express their thoughts about it, which is amazing, and I'm just really ready for this film to come out because I think it's going to be a really good sequel for sure. But yeah, Quiet Place Part 2, if you guys are looking forward to it, of course, it does come out on May 28th. Very, very excited for this one. Definitely my most anticipated of the month for sure. But the next film we're going to be talking about, so yeah, we had that sense of deja vu, but now we have a film that thankfully we have not discussed in any capacity yet that we are going to be talking about, that Jackson is going to introduce here.
My boys. Cruella!
Yes, Cruella.
That's the movie we're talking about. Play the trailer. Play the fucking trailer.
You
Play
won't admit you love me, and so how
Do you have a light?
ever to know? You always tell me.
Get her.
This doesn't have to be a scene.
It really, really does. I'd like to remind you all that I'm doing this in heels. What was your name? Cruella.
Yeah, it was Cruella de Vil. As somebody who is a constant hater of all things Disney remakes, I had the same kind of cynicism going into this. And I still I'm wary to some degree.
Wow, you made my girlfriend upset.
I clearly did not. I'm skeptical in one area, which is one of the screenwriters did How to Be Single and Isn't It Romantic. Not particularly good movies, but every other aspect of this, honestly, looks incredible. I have been won over completely by this. This is a Disney remake that I'm honestly legit kind of hyped for. Craig Gillespie, I've not seen a lot of his other movies, but I, Tonya was fucking great. Nicholas Britell doing the score, and it's also co-written by Tony McNamara, who not only did The Favorite, which is a fucking amazing movie, but he also worked on a show called The Great, which I thought was pretty good.
I gotta watch
I think this movie, and then of course, you know, the fucking cast: Emma Thompson, Emma Stone, Mark Strong, Paul Walter Hauser, you know, so many people. It's like this honestly has the potential, and just everything they've seen from the trailer, the way they're editing the trailers, like this isn't just like some, you know, orchestral music as we play clips from the movie. It looks edgy, not in like a Hot Topic edgy way, just like, like like Disney is actually trying to push the boundaries of like, hey, we still have to keep it remotely kind of family friendly, but let's see what else we can do though. And that's exciting, you know, it's kind of, I hope this is what I wanted out of Maleficent the whole time, which Maleficent, they kind of promise like this is a darker story, but then they're like, no, she's actually a misunderstood good guy. And you guys are all mean for bullying her. She's a good guy. It's like, fuck you. This is a bad movie. And then every other remake is kind of the same with some varying success. And then others like The Lion King. This is the one where it's like, we're doing something different. Deal with it. And I'm like, I will deal with it. I'm actually very excited for this. It quickly jumped up to my one of my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year and also of this month. We stan Emma Stone. Great gal, great lady. She's fantastic. So far she looks like she's having a fucking blast, which is awesome. I cannot wait to see her Cruella de Vil. Suck it, Glenn Close, current star of Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna win for that. But no, in all seriousness, like I'm honestly really looking forward to this movie way more than I would have expected to. Right off the bat, the cast here is so good with Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. I love seeing these two clash and just how crazy they are and the lengths they're willing to go to like kind of outwit each other. I think is going to be a lot of fun to watch for sure. But like you said, yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the more adult films that Disney has done, not just because the fact that it has a PG-13 rating to it, but it really seems like they're trying to go for something a lot different here than what they've gone for in other Disney live action films of its kind. And so that has me very excited. It has a very, it's not surprising to me that one of the people behind this, directed I, Tonya, because it kind of has that like cynical feel to it that I, Tonya did at points. And so I think that's something that is going to be, I think that's something that's really going to work about this film for sure. Craig Gillespie is a fantastic director. And as you said, Tony McNamara, fantastic screenwriter. But the other thing that has me very hyped is one of the story credits here is Aline Brush McKenna, of course, from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and anything that she does, I get very excited for. I think she is a phenomenal writer, and so I can't wait to see what she's really going to do in this film. I think she is definitely going to be one of the things that elevates this film for sure. And just in general, I love the look, I love the feel, I love the 1970s. I love the 1970s feel of it all.
1970.
Just in general, I think it looks like a really entertaining film. I think this could definitely be one of the better Disney live action type films that we've gotten. It seems like it is going to do something really different, and it is going to give us a good idea of why Cruella became the way that she did and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really hyped for this one. Honestly, the closer we get to this film, the more excited I really do become. I can't believe that I'm sitting here saying I'm excited for fucking Cruella, but I am. I think this looks legitimately really great, and I think there's a lot you can do with it. So yeah, definitely one of my most anticipated of the month.
Yeah, I'm excited for this too.
Yeah, so Cruella, if you are looking forward to it, it does, of course, come out on May 28th. Definitely really excited for this one. But also coming on May 28th is a documentary, the only documentary that we're talking about. And it's called, it's one that I think you, Kane, will actually be very excited for. And you will know why when I play this trailer. And that is Moby Doc.
My life as a musician has taken me to a lot of very odd places. I grew up with two very angry parents who were screaming at each other and drinking. At an early age, I found music. And then there was this day when I learned how to mix two records together. It was like magic. In 1990, I put out a song called Go.
I thought it was fantastic. And a lot of other people thought that too.
David Lynch!
Yeah, so Moby Doc, this is a documentary about this guy that I really didn't know all that much about. I'm not too familiar with the songwriter Moby, but it seems like this film is going to do a really good job into diving into like his personal struggles with addiction and how music kind of helped him, cope with that and helped him harness, his whole addiction and things like that. So I think it's going to do a really good job with that. Also, two people that I'm sure someone on here is very excited for, David Bowie and David Lynch, are very big parts of this film. So I'm excited to see what that's all about for sure. And yeah, I think this looks like a really solid documentary. I think there's a lot of interesting ideas here for sure. And I hope it turns out really good.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and David Lynch. Oh, he left.
Yep, that was a documentary trailer. Looks kind of neat.
Wow, that's it. All right. I don't know. Is he coming back? I hope he comes back.
Like, there's not really much to talk because, like, as far as like documentaries go, there's only so many ways, especially for like trailer editing, that they can look, and it looks neat. So yeah, cool. Moby Dick coming out. I'm not correcting myself.
Yeah, it's definitely Moby Dick. That's definitely the title. I guess we'll wait for Caden now, but we do have one more movie.
Not again.
We do have one more movie to talk about. I don't know where he went.
Fuck. We're so close. Until I can finally get away from you. Oh, God.
We only have a few minutes left. All right? It's literally one movie. And the only reason that we're waiting for Caden is because he's introducing it. What are you crying about? What's the problem? What is bothering you? What is bothering you, Jackson?
You
need to tell them in explicit detail.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where did you put him?
I don't know. He's not here.
Wow.
Oh, someone's crying out for help. I'm gonna ignore that.
Help! Somebody! Legit!
Honestly, what would happen if I do this?
Oh, damn it. Sweet release. I was almost able to leave. Oh, man. I was almost free to roam about my house and not worry about a movie preview. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I got something else to say that's like really original.
All right. What's up?
Hold on. I'm typing it. I think only you are going to get this reference, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, no.
Do you remember the reference here?
I don't see it yet.
You want to flash it up on the screen real quick?
Oh, my God.
You remember that? No one's going to get this.
Oh, my God.
No one will understand it.
I forgot about that. That's so funny.
I could care less. The movie. Way to go. Not knowing how to spell.
Doesn't that mean you do care, though? If you say I could care less?
I could care. I think so. Because if you go, I couldn't care less, meaning like I literally could not care less about what's going on because it's so bad. It's I care less. That means I'm still kind of on board.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is a really good speech lesson. You know, that's what this is now. We're not talking about movies. We're talking about speech.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Which I definitely know how to speak with the way I say lawn.
On Godzilla versus Khan. I didn't know Benedict Cumberbatch was in that.
Kung Fu.
God. In front of the way out.
Yeah, don't make fun of the way I speak. I don't appreciate that.
I will not.
I don't pay you. I don't pay you for this, but if I would, I would cut your salary in half.
Well, it's a good thing you don't pay me at all. You don't. You force me to do these previews.
Maybe I should start doing that, even though I don't have money.
No, you should, because then I would speak for like 20 minutes about every single movie we talk about. I care so much about every single thing we're talking about right now.
Oh, like I do?
Yes.
All right. Caden said finish this without him, so that's cool. We're gonna.
It took us 5 minutes to figure that out.
I know.
Right.
So
endangered species. Play the trailer.
Yes.
Play it.
Where is it?
I can't believe you lost it.
There it is.
Whoa. Heaven, Jack. I've landed in heaven. We are just outside of Amboseli Park.
Must be your first time here. Well, this is Africa.
Nice meeting you.
This country's gonna eat them alive. Welcome to Africa.
Look at this.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
Off-road adventure.
Hey, Dad! No. Oh my. Look at the baby. Are you seeing?
Look, you sent me this trailer, and I almost made you take this off too, if I'm being honest. It was this counter column and blast beat. Fuck. This looks awful, by the way.
Look, here's the thing. This does look awful, but it looks awful in the best ways. I'm sorry, man. Just fucking Jerry O'Connell screaming as a fucking rhino just appears out of nowhere. I mean, you have to love it. You have to love it. Like, this just seems this seems like the kind of movie that, like, I'm gonna watch with a bunch of y'all. We're gonna laugh out. We're gonna have a great time, and it's gonna be great. I think this is gonna be a really bad movie, but in the best ways. Like, I can definitely see this being really dumb fun. I think it's definitely, you know, the premise itself is really dumb for sure. Where, like, they're stranded in the wilderness, and then they encounter all these animals, and, you know, shit happens. But it seems like, I don't know, something about it just really got me laughing. And I feel like it's going to be a fun watch. So I guess I'm looking forward to it for all the wrong reasons, pretty much. I can't wait to watch this with you guys and laugh hysterically at it. And maybe you won't, but I will.
All right. Sure. If you say so. Honestly, though, it definitely could be that, though, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Those CGI animals that came on the screen, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Jesus Christ. The acting looks awful. It's such a trite kind of premise of like, oh no, we're lost out in the desert. Oh, we have no way of contacting for help. Oh no, poachers and animals are coming. Like, god damn, man. It's not even like, it doesn't even look like it's well made. So it's not like something where you're like, ooh, I'm invested. It's like, man, fuck this, you know? But maybe it could be something that's fun. Like The Sand. Remember The Sand? Or the Killer Sand, whatever that was called?
Oh my god, that was bad.
So maybe it can be a survival thriller, kind of like that, where it's awful, but it's hilarious. I hope so, because then it gives it some value. Because right now I'm looking at it like it could be one of those where it looks funny in premise, but then you watch it and you're like, man, this
like the Banana Splits movie. Yeah,
that shit. So yeah, great way to end the movie preview, picking this shit.
Hey, I don't make you didn't want the Hulu movie doesn't have a trailer yet. You told me to take that off the list, so
You're welcome.
Kept this on.
What would we talk about if it doesn't have a trailer? What were we talking about?
It's coming out.
No, asshole.
Yes, that is what we would talk about. But with that, guys, those are all the movies coming out in May. Before we do wrap things up here, I am going to give you a chance to your outro. Before we do, I do want to plug Caden's socials real quick because he was here for the majority of it. So, guys, follow Caden at his Twitter, his Letterboxd, and his YouTube. As much as I really do shit on him a lot, he is a really great guy. You know, he's gotten a lot of traffic with his YouTube, especially recently, and always got some cool stuff going on there. So definitely follow Caden. Always love having him on. So yeah, but anyways, now we get to the person I don't love having on, even though he's here like every month. Jackson, go ahead.
Yeah, you can. If you enjoyed me on here for some reason, first of all, thanks for having me by force, really. But if you enjoyed seeing me here, you can find me on my YouTube. It's my name. That's my Twitter handle. You can also find me on Letterboxd. Same shit. You know, that's just my name. Find me there. Yeah, that's about it. Can't wait to see you guys next month. Psych, I'm not going to be here. Unless I'm forced again. Kevin drugs me and I wake up in a chair in front of a computer. The first words I hear when I come to are Kevin going, "Welcome to the June movie preview." And I'm like, oh God, here we go again.
No, I'm gonna try to get other guests now that we're back to the regular schedule. I'm gonna try to get other guests. We'll see if I can. If not,
everything's gonna get delayed again. So you're gonna have to do the well, if you want to talk about this, pick it in the Google.
No, Google Form error is over. Google Form error is over.
Bring it back all the time.
No, but seriously, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to do a regular movie preview because, like I said, I enjoyed doing the ones that we were doing for a few months now, but it just didn't feel the same. I enjoy it when we're able to just like go back and forth and talk about movies. It's easier to edit, but also like not having to edit at all, adding the trailers in. That's definitely a lot of fun for sure. I don't know what you're looking at. There's no watch on
my watch, man.
On your arm. There's no watch there.
Over time, man. You gotta wrap this up.
I think you're delusional right now. Like, that Paper Spiders movie. But anyway, that's it for all the movies coming out in May. As always, guys, comment down below. Let us know what movies you guys are looking forward to the most. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in my next video, and I will see you guys for that. Okay,
bye.
Fuck you. First double nine, now you. Jesus Christ. Outro.
Yo, what the hell